I'm gonna warn you right now, this is the cutest thing I've ever made. It may be the cutest thing I've ever seen. I love sewing kids' clothes. The drama of big pieces and unwieldy fabric is gone. I feel like kids' clothes are just so much less high stakes. They don't care. They're going to go have it in 6 months anyways. And there's no pressure to make it look flattering or chic. You just can lean right into the fun. I started with an augmented version of the Freddie Trousers by Shaka Laka Patterns. I've made these shorts several times and have lowered the waistband a bit to fit on my big bellied babies. I've also shortened them quite a bit because we can't be robbing the world of those thighs. This seersucker like gingham is pretty prone to fraying, so I serged everything as I went. I added this sweet little frill detail. I started by cutting strips that were twice the circumference of each thigh hole and folded it in half lengthwise. I apparently didn't get footage of this part, but I used a gathering stitch to bring it down to the size of the thigh holes and then sewed it right sides facing to the hem. I also strayed from the pattern for the waistband. I just measured the pants against my fabric and cut a rectangle to fit. The bodice I created by copying the fit of a ready-to-wear t-shirt. I'm not showing all that here, but I demonstrated it in a recent video. I created plackets on either side of the center front, and then to create the collar, I matched the shoulder seams together and folded it along the center back, and then laid that on top of my fabric and traced the shape of the neck hole. I then kind of eyeballed the collar that I wanted. I ended up changing the tip a little bit later, which was totally fine. So just cut something bigger than you think you're going to want. For a Peter Pan collar that doesn't really have much of a rise, meaning it lays flat along the shoulder and back of the main shirt, you're pretty much using the curve of the neck hole for your collar curve. I then opened that up and cut an identical piece, interfaced one, and sewed them together along the outer edge, right sides facing. I turned them right sides out and gave them a good press. The collar, you can see, is much more curved than what I ended up with. I decided to go back and make it much more of an acute angle once I saw it on the bodice. For the peplum, I cut a rectangle that was 7 inches long and twice as large as the bottom of my bodice. I gathered the top of that and then attached it to the bodice, right sides facing. I added 3 buttonholes and 3 buttons, finished the armholes with bias binding, and here we have it.